I hope recording has been started. Okay, let's share my screen. So today what we are going to do is it's a very simple thing. Okay. So in the previous sessions, what we did is like we used Route 53 and SSL certificate, and we were trying to invoke or to use the Nginx web server using the Route 53 domains. Okay. Now what and the next time and the next thing what we did was like using a load balancer, we added a SSL certificate and we did it. So now what we are trying to do is it is like we are doing it for the developer's perspective. Okay. We wanted this Nexus, GitLab, and EKS all to be hosted in a private network, and it also needs to be securely accessed by the developers. So for this, we need a VPN connectivity. So that's what we are going to do a POC on it. So it is like from the developer's laptop, we will be connecting to the OpenVPN. From that OpenVPN, we will be connected. And once we try to look for a Nginx web server. So we'll be using a domain name. Okay, that domain name has to be resolved at the private zone. It will be available in the private zone, and it will be given to us. Okay, usually it goes like this, I believe, private DNS resolution, and it will go to the DNS resolution, and we will get the IP of that instance, and we'll be able to access it. We'll show it, we'll see it in the demo directly. Okay, for the prerequisite, what we need is with the last two videos, you can see that we have created a private instance, like we created a Nginx, like we created a Ubuntu server, then we installed a Nginx out of it, and we placed it in a public subnet so that we'll get the internet connectivity. So once Nginx has been installed, we stopped the Ubuntu server and we took the Nginx AMI out of it, so that in future when we use this Nginx AMI in a private subnet, it will not have any internet connectivity, but the required packages will be available. Okay, so that's where Nginx AMI. If you have to access that instance without an internet, then you might need a SSM agent for it. So we should be having the SSM role, okay, and also the VPC endpoints to connect to that SSM agent. So these are all the prerequisite, and the pre-check is like first, once we launch that instance, we can directly go into that instance via the SSM agent, and we can curl for the localhost 80 and check it out. Okay, let's start with the demo. So you can see here, I've already created an EMI out of it. Let me go to the EC2 instance, and here you can see the EMI. Okay, I've created the Nginx demo EMI. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch an instance with this EMI. Okay, launch instance from this EMI, and this is Nginx demo. Okay, so EMI has been already selected. Make sure it is in T2 micro as we are doing it for the POC purpose, and we don't want any key pairs. Okay, as we are going to connect with the SSM agent, pursue it without a key pair. Okay, and the network settings. This is the place where we need to change it from public subnet to private subnet so that a public IP will not be generated and it will not be exposed to the internet. Okay, and select the group. As already we have created this security group, that is basic ports, allow the basic ports. This we can see it like on it. So what are all the ports that I have allowed? Security groups. Let's see. Open this. So for the inbound rules, I have allowed the SSH port. Okay. This, however, we are not going to use it. And this ICMP, this is for the ping request. Okay. And a DNS port, this we can remove it, but let's have it as of now. And HTTP and HTTPS. Okay. So these are the ports that we have opened it. And below the basic ports, and we are not adding anything. And in the advanced details, we will be adding the EC2 SSM access role. Okay, so that it will be available with the SSM agent. Okay, that's all. I'm just going to launch this instance. Let it get created. We will launch one more instance that is for the OpenVPN. Okay, so as the name suggests, it's an open source, but only for two connections. If you want more than that, we need to take a license for that. Okay, so just going to create OpenVPN. Okay, so we need to search here for OpenVPN AMI. Okay, so it will be available in the AWS Marketplace AMIs. Once you search, there are multiple things you can get those things. 10 connected device, 25 or 50 connected device, 100 connected device, and there will be pricing also for that. You need to subscribe, and the relevant amount will be comes in the like, you need to pay it during the AWS well. Okay, we will select this. So with this VPN, we will be able to connect only two devices. And for this, we don't need to pay for the OpenVPN access server. It's a free trial. Only thing we need to pay is for the EC2 machine and for the EBS volume. We'll just subscribe now. Okay, once it is subscribed, the next thing what we need to do is we need to select the instance type. Okay, instance type, let's uh, use T2 micro only. Okay, and the key pair. Key pair login, we will proceed. I have created one more key pair as this is with the public thing, we need a key pair. Either we can go without proceed without a key pair, and that is fine. Let's try with this, proceed without a key pair so that we will connect from the EC2 console. Okay. Then, so the network is this VPC and we are hosting it in the public subnet because we need a public IP for it. Okay. While creating a security group, it asks for these things. SSH traffic, custom TCP traffic. This is for 943 and the other ports and allow this. Okay, either you can use this. I already created during the demo. So I'll use the auto generated one, or you can directly give this create security group and it will suggest things. You can just give it as a default. Okay, in advanced details, we are not selecting anything. We are directly going to the launch this instance. Okay, let's see if it is like we'll be able to connect with the EC2 connect, EC2 console. Okay. First thing is like we need to make a note of this thing, this IP. So you can see it is not hosted publicly, it is a private IP. So any device inside that virtual private cloud or the VPC can access this instance, but not outside the internet. Okay, we will have this IP copied, let it be. So we'll see once this is started. Okay, so the Open VPN is in running state. We'll try to connect to it with EC2 instance connect. Okay, once it established, it will ask for the agreement signatures. Okay, you can go through this agreement and then you can start. Okay, just say yes. Okay, it says, will there be, will this be the primary access node or there will be any other nodes? Yes, this is the primary. I'll just give enter. And then it asks whether it has to create a network interface for all or for only for this Ethernet. I'll give it like by default, this is one for all interfaces. And it asks which CA needs to be added. We'll give default. Okay, we'll go with default choices. And the port which is being used for admin web is 943. And for the HTTPS TCP port is 443. And should the client traffic be routed to by default region through VPN? So client traffic, we don't need the internet traffic to be routed from like developers internet traffic to be routed with this VPN. We'll give it a no. And it asked this question, should client DNS traffic to be routed with this VPN? Okay, this is where if we give it as a no, then we will face an issue while resolving the domain. Okay, as of now, let's give it as a no. We'll give it no, then we will enable it. I'll show you how to enable that. Okay, should private subnets be accessible? Yes, we wanted the private subnets to be accessible. Then do you wish to log into the admin UI as an open VPN? Yes. So what is the password? So let it auto-generate it. I'll just copy this auto-generated password, copy, then go here. Okay. Once this is done, what we have created. Okay. We are, let's keep it here so that it will not confuse us. Okay. So please specify the activation key. If we don't have an activation key, then it will start initiating it. Once this is being initiated, what we can do is we can check things like, so it is initiating with this IP. So go to the instance. We have copied this IP. We will try to ping to the private instance. Okay, ping. We're able to ping to the private instance. We'll try to curl and fail to connect to 172 then port 80 after 0 seconds. Okay, are we using the same? Yes. And the security group which we are using. Okay. Okay. We need to select the IP of the instance. We have used OpenVPN. Fine. We'll try to ping again. So 94 is the IP of the private instance. So we're able to ping. Let's curl 94. We're able to get the output saying welcome to Nginx. Okay. So it is we're able to connect. Okay. So next what we need to do is we are sure that this is the if you could see here on the top, it asked us to go to the admin UI using this URL. Copy this. Okay. And we'll open the admin UI advanced, continue to it. Okay. So open VPN and the password is which we have copied here. So, okay. Let's copy it, paste it, sign, okay, and agree. So you can see we are able to access the admin console. So we need to create a user. Okay. First, we will create a user for the developer. Okay. So go to the user permissions. Okay. And here you can create a user. Let's say give my name or we'll give developer. Okay. So developer needs to access to the instances. Okay. So I'll give more settings and the developer needs to have a local password. I'll give developer Chitri. So this is the password which I have given. And I'm asking him to use MFA also. Okay, I've enabled it. And this is the password which I have given, developer123. And yes, rest everything we can just save it, update the running. So, okay, once this is done, let's log out here and we will try to access the user console. Okay, this is the user login. So we give developer and developer 123. Okay. Then once we sign in, since we have enabled a MFA, it asks us to scan this authenticator. Let me scan with my Microsoft Authenticator. Sure. Yes, scan QR code. So I've scanned it. So I need to put the 6-digit code. Let me put it. 089996. Let's confirm the code. So once you have logged in to this user console, it will ask you to download the OpenVPN Connect. Okay, I've already downloaded it. Okay, so once you install it, will be like this, and it will create a profile also for you. But let me use this with the URL. Okay, this should be this URL. Okay, copy this, put it here. Okay, give next. It will ask you to accept it. Once you accept it, you need to give your username. So the username is developer and password developer 123. Okay, we don't specify any port, just import it. And it will ask you to give the authenticator. Let me give that. Just 1966. Okay, so it is authenticated properly. We will try to enable this. Okay, 86. So now we are connected to the OpenVPN. Okay. So once we are connected to the OpenVPN, whatever the private instance that we are creating at the AWS, we should be able to access it. Okay, let's check if we are able to access this private IP with this Nginx demo. Okay, I've just copied it and I'm in here http colon slash slash give this enter. We're able to access the Nginx server with this thing. Okay, what we will do now is we will disconnect it and we will try if we are able to access it. Okay, I've disconnected it. Okay, we're not able to access without an VPN. Okay, it is very secure now that we can access the private instance with a VPN and with multi-factor authentication is enabled. Okay, so the next thing what we are going to do is we don't want the IP, we want it with the DNS name. Okay, for that what we are doing is we will go to the Route 53. We'll create a private zone for it. Okay. I think already the private zones has been created. Let me delete it and create a new private zone. Okay. So I'm deleting this, but yeah, I think it has some records in it. Delete this, delete the record, and we'll create one more private zone. Delete it, delete, delete this also. We will delete. Okay. Uh, let's see if, okay, it has some records. Let's delete that record. From this hosted zone, delete it. We'll create a fresh private zone. You can see here now it is having an empty private zone. We'll create a new one, that is create hosted zone. Do not use with an extension dot online. Instead, use our domain only. So I'm going to use mgtab.hem, and this I'm going to use it as a private zone. Previously, we were using public zone. Okay, public zone, it's like it will be connected via internet. This we are going to connect it inside the virtual private cloud, but we are exposing an open VPN to connect to it. Okay, choose the region, VPC, and create this zone. Once the zone is created, we need to create an A record. Okay, so I'm going to create nginx.mgdev.in, and in this value, you can give a load balancer thing, or now as of now, we will give a direct this IP. Okay, give this IP, then create records. Okay, you can see here the record has been created, and the status, it should be in sync. Wait for a minute, it will be in sync. Okay, it's already in sync. So this has been created. Let's test it here. Okay, let's do ns lookup nginx.mgdev.in. We are first checking it in the OpenVPN instance whether we are able to um, resolve this thing. So we are able to resolve it, and it says that this is the address of the instance. For this domain name, this is the IP address. Okay, we're able to do this. We'll try to curl it. nginx.mgdev.in. We're able to get the response. Okay, this is working. Let's see. Once connecting to the internet, like to the VPN, we are able to do it or not. Here, the 1, 2, 3. Okay. Response 718.755. Now we are connected to the OpenVPN. Okay. Let's try with the IP first. With the IP, we are able to do it. Let's close it, create a new one. We'll try with this. HTTP //nginx.mgdev.in. Okay. Able to see that it is trying to resolve it, but not able to resolve it. Windows R, CMD, we'll see it here. Okay. Nginx, ns lookup for nginx.dev.in. So what is happening is, so when it tries to resolve it, it is checking it in the Google servers. Okay, once it searches in the Google servers, it is not able to find this nginx dev.in. Okay, so thing is, we are already connected to the OpenVPN. We are able to access it via the IP, but we are not able to access it via the domain. So for this problem, what we need to do is we need to go to the admin console. Okay, I'll just go to the admin. So this can be done only by the admin. Okay, let me copy the password first. This is the password. Copy, and this is OpenVPN password signing. So if you remember, while setting up the OpenVPN, I have shown you that I have highlighted that for the DNS resolvers, we have given a default no option. So that should have been given yes there, at least there. Otherwise, we can update it here also. Okay. So come to the configuration in that VPN settings. Okay. Go down. You can see here the DNS settings. Pushing DNS servers to clients is optional. Okay. So do not alter client's DNS server settings. This is the option that has been selected. But you have to give it as this. Okay. add clients to use the same DNS servers as the access server host. Okay. So give this, or if we are going to use a different VPCs, then we can specify this DNS servers. We'll check on this later. Okay. The thing is, we need to enable this as yes, and we need to save the settings. Okay. If you notice here, it is in the connected state. Okay. So once I update this server, the VPN will get refreshed. You can see here. It got disconnected and it is connecting it again. Okay. Because we have changed the setting here and the same setting has to be updated in all the VPN devices which is connected. Okay. So we have updated here. So let's go back to this command prompt. We'll try to resolve again in this lookup. So if we can see here, it has been resolved. It says that nginx.dev.in non-existent domain. Okay. So we should have given mgdev. Okay. Uh, if we give here, you can see the IP has been resolved and we are getting this. Previously, once we didn't give that, the address it was searching for this is the IPv6. This was searching for an searching at Google servers. Okay. Now it is being searching in the VPC level. Okay. So it is checking here and we are getting this IP. To reconfirm, what we will do is we'll go back and we will disable it again. Okay, we'll give yes, save settings, update the running server, just see if VPN is getting disconnected and connecting it again. Yes, we'll go back to this. We give ns lookup nginx.mgdev.in. Okay, just give enter. It says unknown, can't find this. Okay, so we'll go back to this setting. We will enable it again. Okay, so app clients, save settings, and update the running server. Okay, let's see if it is getting disconnected and connected again. Yeah, it is updated. So we'll do two. Okay, we're able to get this IP and the domain is getting resolved properly. Let's test in the http colon slash nginx mgdev.in. We're able to. We're able to access the Nginx private instance traffic via OpenVPN to the developer's laptop. Okay. If you try it without VPN, it will not work. Let's disconnect it. Let's disconnect from the VPN. And once we click this, it should not work. We should not be able to access the private instance. Okay. We should be able to access only with VPN connected, and the VPN should be authorized properly, and also MFA needs to be like we need to provide that when multi-factor authentications to connect to these things. Okay, fine. This is what we are trying to achieve, and it is working as expected. Let's clean up. Before cleanup, I wanted to mention this. So, while doing this private instance, I have noticed increase in the AWS charges because in the VPC, we have created some endpoints, that is three endpoints for SSM agents, correct? For to access the private instance via the SSM manager. So it will be available in this endpoint services. Make sure once the POC is done, delete this endpoints to stop the billing. Okay. So it will cost for each endpoint service with like $0.15 every hour. So make sure it has been stopped. So first what we're going to do is we'll go to the Route 53. We'll do a cleanup here. So delete this. So this is the private zone. Go to the private zone. Delete the A record. Delete the zone. record, delete it. So then go to the hosted zones, delete this, delete. Once this is deleted, then what needs to be done is go to the instance, terminate both the instance. Once this is terminated, all fine. Yeah, that's all for the day. Thank you so much. Thank you.